How are we doing, guys? ALTV, Leeds versus Sheffield Wednesday, match preview of the game. I mean, 5 games to go now. It's getting more and more tense, isn't it? Let's be honest, it's getting more and more tense. But the thing is, we've got to enjoy the moment. You know, at the end of the day, we'd have all taken this at the start of the season. I know it's a cliche. I know we've been top of the table at times. I know we've been comfortable at times. I know we've dropped points against QPR, Birmingham, etc., etc. But this is the Championship. Nothing is guaranteed. Absolutely nothing is guaranteed. You know, that's the thing. You know, I know, obviously, nerves going to play a part tomorrow. It's going to be a really nervy kind of game. I think things will be helped if Sheffield United drop points before us. They're playing the 3 o'clock game against Millwall. But let's be honest, realistically, we're looking at it and thinking that's probably not going to happen. You know, I'm being honest, you know, I think there's a lot of people are putting their hopes on Sheffield United dropping points. I don't know. I can't see it myself. But if it does happen, it's going to be a massive boost. Either way, we're still in the best position here. We're still in the best position. I know maybe you could argue Sheffield United have the slightly easier games. I would probably argue that. You know, with the fact we're playing Villa at home, Brentford away later on in the season. But at the end of the day, we'd have all taken this at the start of the season. So, in terms of ourselves, Marcelo Bielsa has already said there's no new injury news. Only Barry Douglas is out at the minute. So pretty much, other than Barry Douglas, got a full squad to pick from. And the interesting thing is, I can't, well, there's no interesting thing. I just expect that team to be the exact same personnel-wise as it was against Preston. There's a possible argument we might go over back 3 because I'm not saying they would do this, by the way, guys. I'm not saying they would do this at all. But Sheffield Wednesday do play 2 up front. It tends to be Stephen Fletcher and Lucas Shaw, who have formed a really good partnership since Steve Bruce took the job. So we might see a back 3. You know, Bielsa always likes to have 1 extra centre back and the other team has striker, but with how badly it failed against Birmingham, I'm not so sure we'll do this time, so we'll have to wait and see. But personnel-wise, I certainly can't see any changes. So you're looking at ourselves now, you're looking at what we need to do. You know, we're taking on the Sheffield Wednesday team. Steve Bruce has come in, I think it's 24 points from 13 games. They've let in, I think, 10 goals in those 13 games, a pretty phenomenal defensive record. You know, Tom Lees, Michael Hector have formed a superb centre-back partnership. In particular, Michael Hector has been superb since Steve Bruce took the job. One of the best defenders in the Championship, on current form, most definitely. And I think the whole defensive line is solid as well. Liam Palmer, Carlton Palmer's son at right back is absolutely solid as well. And of course, Kieran Westwood in goal, who we have been linked with on many occasions. You know, this is a good team. They have a good defensive unit. But at the end of the day, if we want to get promoted, this is the kind of game we need to win. It's not going to be easy. You know, respect to Sheffield Wednesday, they're in absolutely superb form. Yeah, they're actually in borderline automatic promotion form themselves since Steve Bruce took the job. They absolutely hammered Forest at the weekend. Sorry, not at the weekend. Midweek. You know, it's not an easy thing to do that. You know, Forest are a good team. We took the point off them. So, you know, it's just there's no predictability in this league at all. But how do we beat Sheffield Wednesday? You know, we know that they're well organised, but I'm looking at certain players like Tyler Roberts, Pablo Hernandez, people who can take the ball and break the press, can break the opposition down. You know, it's a bit of individual skill, especially Tyler Roberts. You know, against Preston, I thought in that first half he was absolutely superb. On the counter attack, he was getting the ball, taking a touch, and just driving at the opposition back 4. And if he does that against Sheffield Wednesday, it's opening up spaces. That's the thing we've got to do. We can't do what we did against Birmingham, which is sort of patient play, you know, 1 touch, you know, and then 3 or 4 touches, and there was no real rhythm building. Everything was just too slow against Birmingham. There was no real aggression, you know, in terms of the passing. You know, it's all sort of sideways, backwards. There was no real vertical passing, no real sort of trying to break down the press or break down the opposition back 4. Because Sheffield Wednesday, I think, are going to be intelligent. You know, I don't think Steve Bruce is going to come to Leeds and try and go toe to toe as such. I think he's going to very much try and keep them as solid as possible and try and nick a goal. Because let's be honest, you know, in the last couple of weeks, defensively, we've not been great. We were superb against Preston, but we weren't testing much against Preston. I do think, you know, with how far we push up Luke Ayling, Alioski, there is the potential with people like Marco Matthias out wide to catch us on counter-attacks. And I think Steve Bruce will know that. So we have got to be a little bit wary of that, but I can't see Sheffield Wednesday going toe-to-toe with us as such. I think Steve Bruce will come with a plan. You know, he's an experienced manager. He's won 4 promotions, I think, from this level, which is a superb record. I think it's the most any manager has won at this level, and he's probably back in the next couple of years to get Sheffield Wednesday up. But yeah, you know, he's going to come with a plan. There's another different type of challenge. You know, I think it's a similar kind of games, the rivals, you know, their rivals, Sheffield United, I just feel, you know, they're going to try and slow the game down as much as possible and try and make the most of us making an error or, you know, committing too many people far forward. But yeah, I just want to go on to Tyler Roberts. You know, Tyler Roberts for me has been so impressive the last couple of weeks. You know, I don't think he's been appreciated enough. You know, I think certainly look on like Twitter, you know, the forums and that lot, he gets very little praise, Tyler Roberts, at the minute. But for me, I think he's really grown into that role. And I think this game, I think he plays a really key role. You know, he's that player who can take the ball in the central areas. You know, as good as Mateus Click was against Preston, and he has been all season, let's be honest, I feel Tyler Roberts is the more important player in this game. You know, in this particular game, breaking down the opposition back four, moving players out of position. I just feel against Sheffield Wednesday, you know, the way they defend so well. They can absorb pressure. They've learned to absorb pressure. You know, against Sheffield United in the Sheffield derby, last time I saw Sheffield Wednesday in a full game, they were absolutely superb defensively. The defensive shape was absolutely spot on. Sheffield United could not break them down at all. They could not. I can't remember Sheffield United creating a chance. And let's be honest, Sheffield United are a good team. You know, they're not just a good team; they're a superb team. And Sheffield Wednesday just gave them absolutely nothing. You know, Michael Hector in particular absolutely stood out for me. And I think it's a really tough game. This, you know, I think we have to be honest. If we win this game, it's a real big statement of intent. We're playing one of the form sides in the league, and they've only lost to the second, I think, the best form side in the league in Aston Villa. You know, I think at the minute it's Villa, Norwich, Sheffield Wednesday on current form. So you know, it's a real challenge. It's a real challenge. You know, but it's another opportunity. It's another opportunity to just show what we can do. But if we want to achieve promotion, as good as the Sheffield Wednesday team is and the form it's on, this is a game we need to win. You know, I think the next two home games we need to be looking to win both games. We need to be looking to win every game. Let's be honest. You know, we can't be relying on Sheffield United messing up, but we've got to keep that pressure on Sheffield United. We can't be going into that Brentford and Villa game trailing Sheffield United, because that'd be a nightmare. Really, that'd be a real problem for me. But let's see what happens. You know, let's just see what happens. You know, it's a really. I think it's going to be a really good game myself. You know, I think it's going to be a real good tactical battle between Bielsa and Bruce. You know, Bruce has got the fantastic championship experience. Bielsa is the innovator in this league. You know, he's changed the whole way a lot of teams play. You know, I think Norwich, controversial point to me say, I think Norwich have based a lot of their game on us. You know, in the end, of course, they've ended up. It looks like Norwich are going to win the league, but we've got an innovator versus an experienced head in this league. It's going to be a fantastic battle for me. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking 4-1-4-1 as usual. Possibly a change to a back three, but I'm thinking 4-1-4-1. And the bench. Look at the bench options we've got. You know, we've got people like Adam Forshaw we can bring on. You know, if we're ahead in the game, Adam Forshaw can just keep the ball and just keep the pressure off us. People like Jamie Shackleton to come on, Jack Clark, Kemal Roof as well. Let's not forget about Kemal Roof. As good as Patrick Bamford was against Preston, he's a great option to have off the bench, Kemal Roof. I do fully expect Patrick Bamford to start this game. I'd be absolutely amazed if he doesn't. But Kemal Roof, what an option he is off the bench. If Bamford has a quiet game, or if he's not quite having any joy against Michael Hector and Tom Lees, we've got Kemal Roof there with his pace. Yeah, we've got to be confident in this game, but not overconfident. That's my feeling on it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. Make sure you check out Joe and Conor's preview of the game as well. And if you haven't checked out already, we've been nominated for the Football Blogging Awards. We're absolutely delighted, guys, and we can't thank you enough. We would not have got to this stage without you guys from the initial voting, the support you've shown for the channel. And if you want us to show more support to this channel, it would mean the world to us. If you can click on the link down below, the Football Blogging Awards, and vote for us as the best new content creators. And also, if you can do us a favour, I'm sure you guys watch it anyway, can you also vote for Talking Short as the best podcast? Absolutely superb. Gary and the two Bens have done a superb job this season. I have so many great guests. If you haven't checked them out already, make sure you check them out and vote for him in the Football Blogging Awards. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you later. After the Saturday's game against Sheffield Wednesday, we'll be back with post-match pint. See you later, guys.